I wanted to bring out a quick look on the camera for you. A quick look on the camera and the lens. How far do we have to go before we get some kind of background separation? Take a look at this, for instance. A Co-Craft planer here. Okay, so we're on the arm's length now, basically. You see the background there, for instance, it's very much in focus, or more in focus, and here we're already kind of like blurred a bit, so we get a good separation. So now we have digital enhanced stabilization. Now kind of, you know, the cropping is a little bit hefty. I mean, you're kind of like, you're in my face now. What's the closest focusing distance here? You should get me here. Anyway, how do we feel about moving around? Yeah, this is like, oh, talk about talking head. I mean, this is a head talking. So perhaps the enhanced at least, you know, I'm at, you know, arm's reach here. You know, if I used a selfie stick, this would probably work. I mean, let me do the normal image stabilization, so we have less crop. How are we feeling about this? How are we feeling about this? Right, we can move a little bit around. We can move a little bit around. I mean, this is an acceptable crop, I think. I can try to compare it with just lens stabilization. We need to test this camera, you know, side by side with our old favorite. So our old favorite here, the Olympus EM1 Mark II. We don't use that lens for vlogging, of course. It's a different lens. We use the 12mm 2.0, so that is equivalent to a 24, so meaning this as tight as this lens. But this lens is faster. So this is a 2.8 lens. We're at 2.8 now. I managed to check that actually. While the lens I use regularly use for my not regularly, because that's the lens you saw there. That's the one I use when I film normally inside of my studio here. But when I vlog with the Olympus EM1 Mark II, I use the Mzuiko digital whatever 24mm 2.0. So let's bring up this video here and see where we are. Okay, a quick mic check here, because you know we don't want to be listening to that lens autofocusing all the time. Now there's absolutely no stab on the camera. I'm just doing a slow walk. We're not doing the angry dad walk in here now. It's just to get a few first impressions of how the stab is with this lens. Because I mean, if the lens stab isn't either better or working good with the digital stab, then I might go for the 1.4 instead, you know. So this was no stab, because from the earlier clips I noticed there was a little bit of jitter. Now let's do digital, then digital enhanced, then only lens stab, and then we try to combine them. Now we have digital stab. So how is this? It's a little bit cropped, not as bad as with the enhanced. Oh, there's no space in my workshop here. Slow walking and seeing how this compares. Now let's try enhanced. Okay, we are now enhanced. I need to reach out all the way because it's basically just a talking head, this, because of all the crop. How is the stab now? Is it better? Slowly walking in my cramped little workshop here. There's tools and tripods all over the place. And by the way, I'm filming 1080 IPB now, because the man, the file sizes of those, that was scary. I feel your pain, you know, all the guys that are filming raw, you know, where that's not happening with us. Let's cut this and then do only lens stab. So there we are. Only lens stab. How is this compared to the other ones? Just softly walking here. By the way, does anyone know how to, or is it even possible to get the grid to show up while you're filming? Because I mean, to get the shot is okay, but now when I'm vlogging with this camera, I'd like to see that, you know, I'm more or less in a rule of thirds here, so I'm not something like this, right? The crop is not that bad. Let's do a side by side with the digital only, not the enhanced one, to see how the crop, or if there is a crop even. So, how is that guy doing next to me? Is he cropped? Who is the winner of these two guys? Am I the winner here, or is that guy the winner? There. Autofocus is quite nice on this one. All right, so now we have lens stab plus digital stab on here. So how is this? Is this vloggable? Let's do a side by side again. So how is that guy looking? Compare it to digital. Let's compare it to enhanced. And let's compare it to only lens stab. Are we seeing that jitter still? Right. So now let's go all the way. Lens stab and enhanced digital. Back in focus again, and now we're using every tool in the box. Of course, the crop is a lot larger now again. How are we comparing to the other guys? The earlier clips, like, look for a different shirt probably. They were filmed a couple of days ago, and after reviewing that video, I thought it was a bit jittery. I can't remember seeing that jitter on my EOS M, but that has IBIS, right? Yeah, so to get something else than my head in the shot, we're down to now the lens stab and the digital stab. And are they fighting each other? And how does this compare to that guy? Because that guy has gone Micro Four Thirds, you know. Is that even respectable, you know? How does our stabilization compare to his, which is IBIS? Now the EM1 Mark II is known for good stabilization, right? So how are we comparing? How are we comparing? This is just a quick first impression of the EOS R and this lens. I got a different one. So this is the 24-70. It's the one I'll be using for filming down here. I've already started filming on this lens. I'll bring this camera outside with a proper vlog on. Out in the streets of Bergen again. You know, comparing this to probably my buddy over there, the Olympus. The Olympus OMD EM1 Mark II. Oh my god, the name of that camera, you know. And probably we could bring the little guy, the camcorder. The little camcorder that could. Yeah. Camcorders are in again. Have you heard that? I've seen that on YouTube, so it must be correct. We'll do one of those, showing you some in Bergen while we do that. But this was just, I thought I wanted to bring out a quick look on the camera for you. A quick look on the camera and the lens.